Not doing too good today. Just amazing to me how we fall in love with people that we don't even know and how they can impact our lives. And I lost somebody today that I've never even met, but that has a place in my heart then. So today, Glen Hansard passed, and it has been rough. And it's just weird because I think of the last 20 years, I can't think of another artist and another musician that has impacted me quite like Glen has. And I had to jump on and say something about it because it has impacted my day quite a bit. He was an extraordinary musician, and he is definitely missed. And I don't know, it's just hard to get through the day today because he's passed. And this is just a little tribute to Glen. I've been a big fan for a long time. If you have been impacted or just in any artist really, in the comments, I'd love to hear what you have to say. If Glen Hansard, Swell season, The Frames, if the movie once impacted you in a positive way, I'd love to hear your stories as well. This one's mine. I can't think of another musician in the past 20 to 30 years that has affected me quite like Glen Hansard, Marquetta, the Swell season, The Frames. And so I just wanted to say I'm definitely affected by this loss. It has hit me extremely hard. So one of the things that really brought me to enjoying Glen Hansard was obviously the movie Once. I remember watching the movie. I remember like 15, 16 years ago, back when Blockbusters were popular, going to Blockbuster and just trying to find something to watch. Right. I remember those days where you had really no idea what you were looking for. So just walking into Blockbuster and picking out a movie. And I just remember picking up the movie Once and hearing some people online talk about how good it was, seeing some of the people, I don't know, maybe it was Entertainment Weekly. I don't remember the reviews. I don't even remember reading a review, honestly. I just remember picking up the copy of the movie and bringing it home and saying, I've seen this. I've seen the video cover before. I've seen people talk about this movie. I wanted to check it out. So on a Friday night, just kind of trying to figure out what we're going to do, I remember taking it home and putting it in and pressing play. And I remember vividly the experience that I had while watching that movie for the first time. I remember sitting there watching the beginning and going, this is a cool movie. I love the music. I like where this is going. And then I remember about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes in, it's the scene when they're in the music shop and they play the famous song Falling Slowly. And I remember the look on his face when he watched her playing the piano. And it was at that moment that I realized that this was going to be a special movie and that these two people were going to be special people. And I can still see the scene in my mind. It impacted me so much. So once that scene hit, I was hooked. The movie kept getting better and better. If you haven't seen the movie Once, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. I have it in my top 5. It's been in my top 5 for the past 20 years. So I just remember getting into the movie thinking, okay, this song, what a moment, right? What a moment in that piano, in that music shop. So good. And then when you got past that scene and you started getting into the rest of the movie and just watching these two people form a relationship based upon their love of music, I was sitting there crying. I was fighting tears the whole time watching that movie. And the songs, in my opinion, like Falling Slowly is a masterpiece, but the rest of the songs in that movie are just as good. And that movie just kept getting better. And I remember at the end of the movie wishing it wasn't over. And then I haven't experienced that with a lot of movies. I wished there was at least an hour more because it just felt like that movie could not have ended for me. And it was that good. I turned off the movie and there's tears in my eyes and my family's sitting there saying, hey, that was a good movie. And they looked at me and I'm like, I'm bawling, right? It was that type of experience. I realized that the Friday night video flick was actually much more of an experience for me. I went out on Saturday and I decided when I returned the movie to Blockbuster, I immediately bought the DVD and I watched it again the next day. I don't think I've ever done that with another movie. So after that, I started following Glen more and more through the Swell season, got into The Frames, fell in love with them even more. If you haven't heard Glen Hansard's music outside of the movie Once, I encourage you to go and listen to Glen Hansard. And it doesn't matter what just throw his name into Spotify and press play, and you're probably going to end up with something that means something to you. I can speak for myself. I have not heard a song that he's written that I have not enjoyed. So yeah, anyway, I remember the day when I was watching the Oscars, because I was really excited that they actually got nominated for what I consider to be one of the greatest songs ever written, Falling Slowly. I remember watching the Oscars, and I remember hoping and praying that they would win that award. And I remember that they did. I think there have been a couple times in the Oscars where I've actually gotten really excited for a win. And I think this was the last one where I was literally crying because I truly believed that they deserved it. And I remember that going into work the next day, and I was looking at a headline, and they're talking about all the people that won their Oscars. And I remember there was this snippet that said something about Glenn and Markéta actually beating Disney. Think about that. I thought it was pretty special that they were able to take a song from an independent movie and go in and win an Academy Award and take that Academy Award away from Disney. It meant that song resonated with more people than just me, which was pretty cool. We went to Ireland 13 years ago, and I decided when we went to Ireland, we were going to Dublin. Glenn was busking right on the streets of Grafton Street, and he was always out there playing his guitar. At the beginning of Once, you'll notice that he's standing probably where he's stood millions of times, playing that guitar for a crowd. And now it's just in a movie. It was like almost an extension of what he used to do, and probably did well many times after that movie was made. Being able to walk down Grafton Street and see some of the places that he may have played was kind of cool. I also took it upon myself as a photographer. We're always trying to find cool photo projects that we want to work on. I took a lot of pictures of locations where they actually filmed the movie Once, including the areas in Grafton Street where Glenn was playing guitar at the beginning, as well as going into the music shop. Actually, I got pictures of the music shop where they played the song Falling Slowly, and that's probably one of the best things. It was almost like a pilgrimage for me, taking these pictures and finding them. And then I got a couple other areas where they actually filmed some of the other scenes. That was a really special project for me. That was about 13 years ago. And it's funny because after I found out today that he had passed away, I was thinking, what am I going to do to honor this guy? He affected me as an artist. I could say that I'm a musician. I'm a bass guitar player. I was in a band, did musical theater in high school, took that into college, took that into after college, having a good time. Photography became my passion after I had a daughter because I just didn't have the time to sit down and really get into playing music. I was in a choir. Music's extremely important to me. And I can't think of another artist in the last 20 years that has been so committed to his love and joy of music. I've seen him twice, and in both concerts that I saw, he emanates love and joy. And it's the love and joy of music. When I watched the movie Once, it's all about that. It's about these characters and their relationships that they form because of their love of music. That's the way I took it. Every time I saw him, it was about the love of music. So yeah, so when I found out about his death today, it really affected me. And I started thinking about what did he do to help me? And it was just, he brought my love of music back a little bit. I felt I don't even know how to describe it. I was a child of the 70s. A lot of the people that influenced him, I just liked his sound. He passed away, and it was a rough day. So I started thinking about what exactly did I do to honor Glenn? I'm just a guy with a small little YouTube channel. I got a photography thing going on. I love photography. And I forgot about that project that I did 13 years ago, where I went to Dublin, Ireland, and I got to experience some of the things that he experienced. I'm glad I got to share these with you today, because if anything, it shows you just how much this guy meant to me and just how much they both meant to me, and hopefully shows how much music means to me. I just wanted this to be an honest and sincere tribute to the guy. Some of the things that I found recently that I really enjoyed, there were some YouTube pages, I don't remember where they were, but I saw a full concert when I think he was on David Letterman. I think he was on one of the late shows, and it was the after show where he performed a whole concert, and it brought memories back. Not too long ago when he was playing with Bruce Springsteen. I know Bruce Springsteen was a big influence for Glenn, and I remember watching a video of him getting to perform with Bruce Springsteen. It's online. You can search for it. It's absolutely amazing. The thing that I remember about that performance was that you can see in his eyes how much that performance meant to him. He was very gracious. I could feel it. I felt it. When we went to see him, I saw Glenn twice, and in both concerts, I always felt that he was playing for the love of playing, and he was playing for the crowd. He was playing for the people that loved hearing him play. I've been to a lot of concerts, and I've been to very few where I almost felt this deep connection with the artist that was performing. That happened twice with him. He didn't deserve to die. It's unfortunate. I feel like he would have kept going. I feel like he would have played more music for us that we'll never get to hear. I was always excited to hear what he had to sing and what he had to give us. And I'm a little sad because we're not going to be able to experience that anymore. I was really happy when the Swell season got back together. I never thought I was going to be able to see those two perform. The band separated. I hadn't seen the band at that point. I got to see Glenn play solo concert. That was great. But I never thought I was going to get to see the Swell season. And I'm wearing this shirt. I'm glad I got to see the Swell season perform because those two mean a lot to me. So at least I got to experience them together. But it's kind of sad that I'll never get to see him perform again. But the good news is that he's left behind such a beautiful collection of songs that I can listen to at any time. It's funny. The Swell season songs are those songs that I can listen to for a while and then I'll walk away from them for a minute. And when I come back, it's almost like it's fresh. Their songs are magic. Very few artists resonate with me. It's funny, my wife says I'm very open to lots of kinds of music. I'm not as picky, but there are only a handful of artists that really truly resonate with me. And the best compliment that I can give Glen Hansard is that he was the last one to do it, okay? He was the last one to do it. And today's been hard. I never even met him, but I feel like I know him, and the loss is hard. Glen Hansard, if you're playing in the sky, I know what song you're playing. Love you, brother. Talk to you later.